What's up, y'all? It's me, Dudati, and today I'm talking about a more serious topic. I don't really like to make serious videos because I'm pretty scared. I'm scared I'll always say the wrong thing, and then people will just like blow up out of nowhere. And it's really because I just don't think I have enough intelligence in the subject to talk about it. But now I just don't give a fuck, and I feel like that this would be a pretty good video to make given the situation that I happened and a talk I had with my homeboys a few days ago. So let's just get into it. When you're talking to somebody with the intentions of getting in a relationship with them, you should definitely look out for red flags and signals. And I know that's pretty common. I know everybody says that a lot, like always look out for the red flags. But there could be red flags within yourself that kind of blind you from seeing red flags within the other person. That was the case with me, and that's why I really want to make this video. So let's start off with understanding yourself. Past matters even within yourself. Growing up, I never really stressed about getting in a relationship. I think I had my first crush in like my junior year of high school, and I really told anybody about it because I just knew that more drama would spark up, and I feel like it would lead to a confession with me being rejected. And going into college, being in an atmosphere where I'm by myself and I'm surrounded by people that are constantly talking about relationships, friends with benefits, and anything of the sort, it made me kind of envious in a way. It made me want to yearn for it even more, which caused me to kind of be more lonely, if that makes sense. Just to summarize, when I first got into college, I really wanted to get some sort of relationship with a female that was gonna be intimate. And I felt like I yearned for it so much, I wanted it so bad that if I did get into one, I would lower my own value and kind of put the other person on a pedestal above me, which was the case, which did actually happen, but this isn't about me. What I'm trying to say is this: lowering your self-worth will blind you from the red flags the other person has. I wouldn't say it's lowering your self-value, but it's definitely going over and beyond for somebody that doesn't deserve the amount of kindness and effort you're putting into them because they don't put in the same effort into you. And you keep on doing this excessive amount of effort in this relationship because you're yearning and you're hoping that they will reciprocate it back, but it's probably because they just didn't or don't like you as much as you like them, which happens to be the case like 80% of the time. Overall, just know that your value is valuable and that kindness is valuable, and that it is earned and not given. Before I move on to the next topic, I just want to address there are some evil people out there that will really lie to you and say they like you that much just to keep you at arm's length because they also desperately want attention as much as you do, but they just do it in a more sinister way. And we're gonna kind of discuss that into the next topic, which is a method I feel like most situationships or talking stages use if one person doesn't want to get in a relationship, and that is called the push-pull method. I remember my best friend, one of my good homeboys, he was on Reddit and he saw this Reddit forum, and it was called like an avoidant attachment style for people in situationships or talking stages. I'm just gonna call it situationships. Basically what it is when one person in this situationship tends to like push the other away, but they still want to keep them at arm's length because some people just live off of attention, and so they'll do something in some sort of way to pull them back in to kind of still lead them on with like affection and attention so they don't go anywhere, if that makes sense. I'll give you a good example. For my case, my talking stage, what she did was she sent me this big paragraph saying she was super stressed out with life, she had so much going on, and that she was scared to get in a relationship. Me, being a normal person I am, I accepted this push, and I said, I just like you too much to keep on talking to you. And she acknowledged that. And then a week goes by and she made me a customized paddle because I'm in Greek life, I'm in a fraternity, and she wrote me a note with it, which is essentially the pull method to keep you at arm's length. There's also little things like if somebody doesn't talk to you for the whole day, but they're gonna hit you with the, oh, how has your day been? Or they'll just randomly call you just to talk about their feelings and stuff like that. These are all examples of the push-pull method. It doesn't have to be verbal. You could push somebody away by not speaking to them and then randomly dropping in and saying, "Oh, how are you? How's your day been? I've been thinking about you," hours later when you didn't say anything at all. If you want to be in a healthy relationship, communication doesn't have to be there 24/7. Like, you don't have to be texting each other every second through the day, but I feel like throughout the day there should be communication. You shouldn't have to like wait hours on end and like stalk your phone waiting for a message from this person. It should just be expected, you know what I'm saying? I feel like people who do this fear intimacy but fear being alone. Like I said, people do this because they can't live without attention. It's like emotional fishing in a way. And if you are in a situation and you find, yourself in that position, I'm gonna tell you exactly what not to do and what to do. If they hit you with the initial push, let it happen, bro. Let it happen. Because like I said, communication should be expected. Let that push happen. Back away. Let the rope drop. Don't pick up the bait. And what typically happens 90% of the time is that they're gonna want their attention back because these people cannot live without attention. And once they come back to you, you do not let them back in. I made that mistake and I got hurt even more. And it's gonna be hard, especially if you're someone like me who really never had a type of like relationship with a girl growing up. It's gonna be hard, but it is necessary. Before I move on to the next topic, I'm gonna say this. If someone tells you they're not ready for a relationship, believe them. Don't stay hoping they'll change. Love doesn't require convincing. And the reason why you can't let these people back into your life is because they don't miss you. They miss the feeling you gave them, and that's not love or them liking you. That's just dependency. If you watch a movie again, twice, you're gonna get the same ending. You can't change it if it already ended. Now, if you're somebody who has already gone through like a failed talking stage recently, and that definitely put in a lot of effort just for it to flop, I know how that feels like. You kind of feel empty inside, especially if you gave a lot of effort. I made this girl a basket of flowers when she went back home and had sex with her ex. That was a whole different type of pain. I feel like I got cucked. But you do feel empty inside. You feel like shit and you don't know what to do. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I told myself, and this is what my friends told me. You don't need a relationship at all. Your number one priority should be God and yourself. Like, there are so many things in this world that come before a relationship: family, education, your ambitions and goals. Like, you should really find yourself questioning, damn, how do people find like time for a girlfriend? Like, there's so many things that you could work on. A relationship is luxury. It's a bonus in life. Be content who you are, but don't be comfortable. Always realize there's room for improvement. Surround yourself around good people that better themselves, because if they better themselves, you would want to be better with them. And lastly, value your good heart, value your kind heart, and realize that kindness is earned, not given.